Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Neil. Get that AC fixed.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Get Technical. I'm your host, Neal Hamilton. With me, as always, is the youthful and brilliant Aaron Bree, producer AB, a.k.a.
I think one of those things is true, maybe.
They're both true, baby. Guys, welcome back to the show where we are goofballs and we do technical analysis. No fires today. I don't know what they told you. I hope they didn't say there were fires that Neal is putting out. All right, Joe Ward, we're gonna put on blast. His avatar looks like an Italian sports car with both doors open.
No, he's a transformer. He like turns into that, and then at night he becomes Joe Ward.
At night he becomes Joe Ward. So during the day he's a transformer, and at night he's a guy that doesn't have a sports car.
Oh.
Got him. Come on, guys. Who's next?
Do people still say that?
Whenever Andy and I see each other, whenever we talk to each other on the phone, we do it.
No, I told Sylvia that you had some more medium rare chicken, so I think she's gonna send you like a whole brochure on how to cook chicken thoroughly.
A brochure. Yeah, Joe Ward. God, one hand on. Hold on, I want to see what John is saying. One hand on my shin, one hand on the back of my head, bouncing them together to the beat.
That's the sprinkler, right?
Yeah. I can see that perfect. You really translated that well. Thank you.
You couldn't see, but I had the hand on the knee too.
Hold on, let's give him one. John Moore. All right, guys, and this one's for Andy Cole. There you go. So what's the word, guys? I want to take your tickers today. The ones that I've been talking about have hit my stops. So I'll actually just go through those a little bit. One, and I'll show you a good one. Like, I think coin is obviously good. It's up today, or it has been up quite a lot going into earnings. And it's got the pattern that we love on this show, which is an accumulation phase, and then hopefully entering a longer upward trend for easy trading. So this is the 1 hour, but I was just trying to get some more detail. The only reason I use the 1 hour here for this entire lifespan of the stock was so that I could get an idea of what the RSI looks like on that. And my RSI is set to 10 days, guys, not to 14. It's set to 10 days. That's a trick that I learned from Jake Wojcicki from of TrendSpider fame. So when we bring that down to 1 day increments for our candles, you can see the RSI is not as erratic, but it has gotten to this overbought state on the 10-day, which is more sensitive than the 14. And I've drawn this blue line here. That was previous support. All right, I think that's our resistance for the day. The current candle not looking like it's going to give us some more upward momentum. It's looking like we might be doing some profit taking, but also notice I drew this blue line. I drew this blue line here on the hourly. This is Coinbase, guys. Once again, I drew this blue line. Can you guys see the volume profile over here? Let me zoom it. So you can see that there's this peak in shares traded at this price on our volume profile, or volume by price. So I wanted to draw a line there and just see where it lines up. I was honestly just looking at the volume profile, and you can see that lines up with our support, really our resistance area here, and then some more resistance and support in the past. So this is a key level. This is the one that I would be looking for a return to. And really, honestly, guys, if you deleted or not delete, but like hid all of your technical indicators, you should be able to see that by the price action. That's going to be our next level of support there. So this is looking like a little bit of a corrective phase. We're on the hourly here. It could be an entry, but I'm thinking a nice entry might be when we get back down to 279. Liking Coinbase, but I did get stopped out. That's what we put in these stop losses for, guys. I want to show you, and not on this one. I'll show you the ones I got stopped out of, and then we can hit some tickers from chat. Tiny Pie. What is with these kids and their phones?
I thought I was still off screen. Full disclosure.
All right. So yeah, we like this looking like a little accumulation phase for coin. Would love to be in here. I'm not in it right now, but I think I shall enter. Another one that's kind of similar is Unity, but we'll go into that in some more detail in a moment. But I've already drawn up some levels here. The ones that I got rejected on, Palantir. We're still on the hourly. Let me go to a day. Palantir stopped me out. With Palantir, as you guys watching this show already know, I had my neckline right about here. And I was looking at this as an accumulation phase. I can literally hear you watching videos. Unbelievable, Aaron Bree.
I had to turn it off. I was like, you know what? No more TikTok. That was a joke. I wasn't on TikTok.
When is your? Have you hit the birthday for your frontal lobe to be done?
No. You have a calendar or a reminder.
Oh, did I set a reminder?
Yeah.
All right. So can you explain what we're talking about? I want to hear it from you.
Yeah. So essentially, for human males, the frontal lobe, which is like a big decision part making of your brain, isn't fully developed until you're 25 years old. I turned 24 back in May. So we're about, 8 months away, 9 months away from that being completely developed,
yep.
Which, I'm excited for, but at the same time, it's kind of scary because then at that point, I can't lean on that as like an excuse, know?
Which to date, you've been leaning on to great effect.
Right. Like anytime Raz yells at me, I'm just like, hey, man, my frontal lobe isn't even fully developed.
And he's like, oh, shit, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He gets it. Very understanding, man. But yeah, I mean, it's been a long ride. It's 24 years with the same thing, brain developing, and then all to this point. It's a accumulation phase, if you will.
The accumulation phase for your brain. Yeah, we still got you here at this stage. But I did, as Aaron mentioned, I set a calendar reminder for myself for his birthday. So when that thing is done, expect big things, expect fireworks from young Aaron Bree. So Palantir, I got stopped out of this one because I set my stop loss. Where did I set it? I don't even know. It was probably this is me trading, guys. I set my stop loss based on this level of support. It's probably a bit lower than that, but since we dipped lower than that today, I got stopped out. Might re-enter. Not 100% sure about Palantir. There are other ones that I got stopped out of, like ABMB, that I have a little more conviction on. The candle wasn't quite as severe here, and that to me just looks like a normal step, a normal dip back into sort of our accumulation pattern before we get our run up. Because a lot of times what you get, if I can really simplify these accumulation phases as they enter markups, there's like, whether it's Dow or Wyckoff or like fucking big money millionaires trading.com, sign up for $19 a month. A lot of times they'll show you the chart kind of looks like this.
Oh, Andre wants to remind you that Palantir has earnings tomorrow, which I'm sure you were aware of, but just throwing that out there.
Yeah. So that's where I'm like, I'm not sure if I want to take the risk. What do you guys give me a 1 on chat if you think I should trade into earnings. Give me a 2 if you think I shouldn't. Should I buy the dip here?
Oh, and Baron's saying it's a guaranteed green day when he wears his Get Technical t-shirt. So yeah, for anyone in the chat that doesn't have a Get Technical t-shirt, that's probably why your portfolio is struggling right now. Get a t-shirt and you'll see, automatic green days. I was wearing a green shirt yesterday that Neal saw for in honor of my green day in the portfolio. And then I found out later that Green Day was actually in Detroit last night.
Oh, that's crazy. I was going to make a Green Day joke.
Yeah, no, they were at Comerica Park. Sick. Looked sick. I wasn't
guys
there.
So from top to bottom, inside out, we've got you completely covered with all of your clothing needs. Really quick, we're going to do some shilling here. We've got the special edition My Hero Academia Get Technical live from Detroit. Hey Aaron.
Yes, sir.
Little quiz. What does this say? This katakana Japanese. Do you know what that says? Can you read
Benzinga.
it? I know. Good guess. It doesn't. And I know that there are people watching that have this shirt, so this is great.
What up, YouTube? I don't know.
It says Neal Hamilton.
No, it does not.
Yeah, it does.
But Neal, I gotta correct you. It's not a Hero Academia shirt. That might be a copyright infringement. It's a Hero Academia inspired design.
Got it. Yeah, that's it. That's right. Okay, and then also there's this one for our Lord of the Rings fans. The Red of the Snack. It's actually got the instructions inscribed in it. In like Elvish. I forgot what the language was actually on the ring itself. But for the steps for finding a rat snack and prospering in life. So there you go, guys. If you like to prosper in life, buy a shirt. If you don't, then carry on being a non-prosperer.
Yep, and George R.R. Martin's not going to finish the Lord of the Rings series until you buy that shirt. So,
all right. So, okay, so are we doing the Palantir trade? So Chad's like nah. Quentin's like hell yeah, Kira's two. So everyone's saying don't trade into it.
David Lynn said at this point, wait for earnings. But I don't know.
Andre wants to just go short on it.
Ooh, Andre's dropping some DDs saying Palantir CEO sold a bunch of stock this or last week if the CEO's selling ahead of earnings. Yeah, but you never know. Maybe he just wanted to buy a new yacht and needed to free up some cash.
But the timing, no such thing as a coincidence, my friend. Did anyone ever tell you that?
Someone in the show I was just watching said the funny thing about coincidences is sometimes they just happen.
Yeah, that's true. Obviously they weren't descended from wizards like I am. I feel bad for them. Cringe. All right, so guys, I showed you the stocks that I got a little bit stopped out of. Palantir not feeling strong about. Thanks for the DD on that. DocuSign also got a little whipped on. It's not looking really good, so I don't like what has formed over the past couple days. But I am out of that one. Potential re-entry if we see actual confirmation of a bounce. For this to be a cup with a handle, you don't want the handle to go all the way down to the bottom of your cup. You know what I'm saying, guys? You know what I'm saying? Those of you that are recognizing this this cup with handle potential, usually you don't want it to go all the way down. It can happen though. It can happen. There's it's not the freaking Bible, or whatever deity's book you like to read. So yeah. Which one? Oh, so space also got wrecked. I know that everyone's talking about space today. Unity is one that should have been on my list and hasn't been, and I feel so freaking stupid. So this is one where I've talked about this before. Again, who wears extra small underwear? That's when you get it. Do you not have kids? So guys, Unity I like for a lot of reasons, and it's not just so Unity is 3D design, a 3D design platform. It's not just for like video games. This is I believe the future of all architecture and construction, 3D printing, and all of that stuff is going to require a platform that everyone kind of uses. So if you guys are familiar with Photoshop, I'm sure you guys have been hearing of Photoshop for at least the past 10 or 15 years, depending on how old you are. It's become a verb. You got to Photoshop something. It's sort of the industry standard, and the way that it works, the tools that it has, and the way that people use it, it's just the standard. Anything that's a copycat, they copy the way that the user interface is on that platform because it's just the standard. Unity has that potential to be that sort of standard for all of these new industries that are going to rely extremely heavily on creating things in 3D environments, 3D models and 3D environments. So that's my DD pitch on that. Enough of that fundamental stuff. But really, guys, just look, we broke out of a rounding bottom. This is just a breakout, guys. Plain and simple. We got a breakout. Nothing wrong with entering. Expect to maybe lose a little bit, but at the long term on this thing is, of course, returning to its all-time high. I love this thing. And then we can treat it like a good old, let's get the week out here. Looking at the week, we've got our inverse head and shoulders, guys. Really liking the old inverse head and shoulders. So let me just quickly measure. Guys, give me a 1 in chat if you know how to set your price target for an inverse head and shoulder. Give me a 1 if you know. Give me a 2 if you don't know. And if you give me a 1, just give me succinctly how you do it.
Yeah, I know Unity was one that Kathy Wood was big on. I don't know if she's sold any shares or anything yet, but
well, her ARC's conviction is that 3D printing is going to be very disruptive over the next decade, or even like over the shorter a shorter time period. And this is the thing behind the thing for that. So we got 2s. Not okay. So you guys don't know how to set the price target for an inverse head and shoulders. Don't wear Benzinga's tight boxers. It will short squeeze your. Nice, Gucci.
Gucci.
All right. So this one may or may not be related to Gucci's comment. Distance from neckline to top of head measured from breakout point. Yep. That's the way I do it. I'm only using linear. The question was from John, logarithmic or linear. Those are just 2 ways of setting up your price scale on your chart. Most people are using linear. If you've never heard of it, you're probably using linear. Yeah, so what it is the difference between the price of the neckline and the price of the head. So in this case, if we look at this, we have shoulder, head. Makes a little smiley face. Isn't that nice?
So cute.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm this vibe. Hold on. Let me just make sure we stay stanky. All right, guys, getting stay stanky here. Is my volume up?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so head, shoulder. So this is the head right here. We're actually going to use the wick, the lowest point. This is the weak. And then the neckline is right here. So to measure that, there are a couple ways you can do it. I'm going to do it the dirty way, which is I'm just going to draw a line perfectly vertical up to that level. Perfectly vertical. And then add it to that level. All right. And then once I do that, I just like to turn it horizontally. Real nice. Real nice. All right, so we got that line. That's our target coming out of this head and shoulders. Let's look at the daily and see if that lines up with any key support levels. Not exactly, but look at that volume profile. Lots of shares traded right here. So if we were to look at just this time frame, let's do a little thing. I think if Miles were here, he would really like this. So I'm going to pull out an indicator. We're just playing games here with technicals. So I'm going to do volume profile, and I want to do a fixed range. Give me that fixed range. All right. And then I'm going to go from here to here.
Shit, what happened? Is he okay? He's in the Zuckerberg metaverse.
Buy Libra coin. All right, guys. So when I set up our volume profile, which is telling you at which prices there are the most shares traded, or at least the relativity of those shares traded for this range, the point of control is this red line is exactly, I mean, come on, like within like a buck, where the price target is based on just the pattern of this head and shoulders. All right. Cool, right? Give me a in chat if you find that fascinating. So there you go. Wow. All right. So I like Unity right now. It's at resistance right here at this previous level. That's why you see my dotted line. I want an alert, a little email and a sound effect when we cross this. Baron, my man. When we cross this, that's my breakout level. But remember what I said, guys. Coming out of accumulation, usually get a little dip action like that. So there might be a better entry point on the horizon. So Unity is on the watch list. Tubby, Jamon, Cameron, Pest. Oh, that's good. Invest in Benzinga's tight underwear will hold D nuts in a firm position. Can I use the Fibonacci retracement on Hood? Yeah, let's look at Hood. So Unity is looking hot. All right, we like Unity. And we're gonna look at. Oh, God! I'm getting my alerts right now.
Holy shit!
I'm gonna set it. Yeah, it scared me too. I'm gonna set another one because I'm not gonna enter until 3:45 p.m. Detroit time.
Remember when we did TA on Hood the day it opened?
Yes, I do.
That was fun.
Yeah. I'm just getting this next resistance level. An alert, and then I already have an alert for if when it dips down here. All right, so we're going to Hood. Yeah. All right. Looks like a stock so far. Weird song. So you've got your support. I can bring that up a little bit. I'm on the hourly on Robinhood. What are these lines? The hell? Does anyone know what these? What the? What was I doing? What? Does anyone know what these gray lines are? Is that a session?
That reminds me back in my undergrad days when I would look at fractal patterns.
Everything's connected.
Dude.
Yeah. I remember that. Was it Toys in the Attic? That Aerosmith album just came out. I was in undergrad smoking. Yeah, my buddy had this bong he made out of. What did he make that thing out of? It's made out of like plastic bottles. This is looking like a reversal pattern on Hood. Looking like a V-shaped reversal. V-shaped reversal, down, wiki, up, impulse, correct, up, impulse, correct. I think this is a reversal pattern that we're seeing right here. Let me run to... Yeah. This is a reversal pattern. I think this is bullish and one can enter right now. We're getting past this shelf right here. See where this volume is coming in? That's the resistance. I think passing that's going to be a nice buy signal. And then you can target this level. What is this? 54.62 for some intraday trading right now, happening right before your eyes. This is a V-shaped reversal. All right, so we want to apply the fib to this. All right, so on what time frame? What yellow line, bro? So we're applying a Fibonacci retracement to hood. This is what you wanted, right? Was there more to it? What in the F is everyone still doing in hood? I told you to get in this and get out. Hood is no good anymore. This is a free trading society here. Let's look at Wish. Do we have a guest today, maybe?
We do.
Can you go from first low and up to high? Yes, you can. With a Fibonacci retracement? Yeah, as long as you're going from left to right. So Wish hit my first 2 price targets. And we're right back at support. Next price target is going to be 1081. I'll delete everything if you guys want to start from scratch. That's right. We've got Shinobi signals.
Real quick, Neal, just a quick producer PSA while we're waiting for our guests to come on the stream. We do have a cryptocurrency update brought to you by Voyager Digital. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this Benzinga heat map of the crypto world on the screen. As we can see, we are mostly green. We have ICP, which is Internet Computer, as the one laggard. But look at Doge, Neal, up nearly 12%. ADA, which is Cardano, up almost 20%. XRP, Ripple. If you're in another country, you can trade this. If you're in the United States, you cannot, unfortunately. Ethereum Classic, another good day, up almost 10%. And, you know, I don't know how you feel, Neal, but it's good to have some volume back in the crypto market. Yep. That was your update brought to you by Voyager. And if you would like, you can get $50 in Bitcoin after you deposit $100 and make your first trade using the link that is in the description. So do not miss out on your free Bitcoin. Hit that link in the description. Sign up for an account at Voyager. Throw some money in there. Get 50 free bucks in Bitcoin. And boom, you use the code ZING, Z-I-N-G. Brought to you by Voyager Digital.
Thank you, Voyager. Voyager rocks.
True dat.
Uphold for XRP, buddy. What? Hoping that Hims pops a few of his generic bills after earnings. Yeah, I know. Hims I got stopped out of as well. Very, I would say, not a great performer. Not a great performer.
I think these direct to consumer health brands just have too many fishes in the pond right now.
What do you mean? Like they have too many products?
Not Hims. No, I'm saying there's too many companies that are doing like the same thing. Like Hims, Keeps are they're both marketing as like the, you know, for male pattern baldness. But then you also have Roman, which is doing the same thing, but for a whole array of, you know, health products. I think there's just a lot of direct to consumer companies right now that are doing similar things. I just don't know if one is like a lot more enticing than the other ones.
Yeah, there's no real moat, right? Like the enticing thing, a moat. Yeah.
Yeah, like around a castle, like a little river that people fall in.
Yeah. So like a business needs a moat to keep its competitors from taking their market share.
Ah, I see.
Like with like Uber and Lyft, there's a moat because you have to build a massive network of drivers and have a good technology. So there's really only 2 that were able to get as far as they've gotten. And now it's like a real battle. It's a real Coke and Pepsi situation. Barrier to entry. That's right, Bill Strangler.
Thank you.
Wait, so why do I call him Bill Strangler? Bill Stangler. Dude,
I like Bill Strangler.
How often do you get Bill Strangler?
He sounds like an '80s like serial killer that's still out on the loose. Where's Bill Strangler? Yeah, no, that makes sense with the moat. I think Benzinga's moat is the show. Actually,
is to get technical.
Yeah, specifically Neal Hamilton.
Yeah, we've known that for a while. Yeah. So yeah, and then thank you guys for making that possible. Okay, hoping that Hims possible. Yeah, so Hims I got stopped out of, but that's what stop losses are for. So I'm glad it happened. But it's lower lows and lower lows, lower lows. So not gonna hope for anything right now. It's just on the decline. In fact, I probably could have changed to a short position on that one. Okay, guys, give me a 1 if you want to look at some cryptocurrency. Give me a 2 if you want to start doing ticker some chat as we wait for our guests to show up.
Among Us balls. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either. Do you guys want us to play Among Us?
I've actually never played that.
I played it once. It was the most frustrating thing in my life, and I never played it again.
Really?
Yeah, because I was playing with people that knew how to play, and they wouldn't fucking slow down and explain it to me. So I just kept getting like killed or like confused. Bad experience.
Isn't it just like that Mafia game, like that party game, but virtual?
Yeah, pretty much. All right, what do we got? So it was 1 for crypto. All right, 2 for stocks from chat. All right, guys. So you guys know the rules. If you guys want us to look at a ticker, drop the ticker and the time frame or the increment of the candle you want us to look at, and you will get looked at. Extra points for a. So this goes out to the folks that know how to find the shaka emoji, or just as we refer to it here at Benzinga. Remember, ticker and time frame. First person to do that will be the first ticker that shows up. Also, if we get this video to 100 likes, which I'm not sure if we're at right now, you will get the Spice Girls. We do have the Spice Girls locked up, living primarily on macaroni and cheese, frozen macaroni and cheese. Yeah, we're at 54 likes. So if we get 46 more likes, we will let the Spice Girls come out and hang out with all of us. With you guys. So that's something that we at Benzinga are doing for you guys because we care about the trading community, and so do the Spice Girls. All right, so we were looking at okay, I'm not going to look at that ticker.
AMD hourly. And then we do have our illustrious guest here after AMD.
Okay, so we get 1 ticker in. All right, so the question is with AMD, are we going to continue distributing right now? Are we going to continue this markdown? It looks like we found a nice little area right here, but we got to watch out. Why do we got to watch out? Because it could potentially just be a good old-fashioned bull trap, right? Because we get these upswings, these impulses during our downward markdown trend that can sometimes deke you out. But it doesn't mean you can't trade in the meantime. I will say this one looks like it might have some more room to go down. Volume profile, although, looks like it's holding up pretty nicely right about here. It depends on if you're trading it intraday or like day trading it, or if you're looking to enter for a longer term position. It does look like there's a nice structure for support here, though. So this could be the end of the downward trend. We could be beginning an upward trend, but you want to see higher highs here. We haven't really gotten that. Look at this. The bodies and these wicks haven't really gotten above this level. This what is this? 108. So you'd want to see, I think, before you can have any confidence that this is not still in a downward trend. You just want to see some higher highs. You want to break above that 108.5 and really establish a ziggy zag upward instead of a momentary zig in your longer term downward trend on AMD, which is anyone's guess right now. AMD seems to be really finicky. All right, guys, let's bring on one of our illustrious guests, Shinobi Signals. Hello, Shinobi.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you guys?
Doing well, doing well.
That's good. I'm about to tweet out the link. I just messed up my tweet.
Oh man, you got to promote the show.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. So what's your Twitter so everyone can go follow you and like your tweet?
Shinobi Signals.
Man, where'd you come up with that?
So there's a show called Naruto. It's like an anime, and so they call all the ninjas there shinobis, right? So when I was a little kid, I used to run around and be like, "Yo, I'm a shinobi ninja." So then I wanted to make a Twitter like last year, and I'm like, "Yo, what's a good show?" And then I'm obsessed with Naruto. Like I love the show. So then the anime, and then I named it Shinobi Signals because I thought it had a nice ring to it. And then that's one of the main reasons a lot of people followed me is because of the name I had and just the branding I had on it. So that was pretty cool.
That's fucking awesome. I started while doing the elliptical in my gym in my apartment, watching like Naruto, like OG Naruto, and got through like 3 seasons before I got exhausted. I never watched it when it was like actually airing.
Yeah, no, it's a really good show. They have a show now called Boruto, and that's Naruto's son.
Yeah, I saw that on Crunchyroll. Also interesting, Crunchyroll just acquired by Sony.
Really?
Yeah.
Long Sony?
And yeah, so I don't know, maybe they bought it from AT&T, and then that merges it with Funimation.
Oh wow, that's actually wild.
Yeah.
I never used Crunchyroll. I always just used like 4anime and then stuff like that to where I'd have to watch it.
But Shinobi, you are able to share your screen if you don't mind. We can take a look at some of your charts. We can check in on some of those trades we talked about the other day. Remind me, I know we talked about, what was it, microvision or MicroStrategy?
Yeah.
Are you getting us on task, producer AB? Was that you? Are you telling us to stop talking about anime and start talking about stocks?
I'm producing, yes.
Okay. Okay. Here, you know what?
All right. You guys see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
All right. So MicroStrategy. No, I was saying that I honestly forgot what I was saying. But that downtrend, it did break, but it's holding on to that top trend right now. It's just following Bitcoin right now. I don't know what Bitcoin's doing, but it's probably just consolidating. So I actually picked up some lotto calls on this today. I think it was the 770s for this week. I picked some up. I only threw like 10K in. So hopefully, if it does go past 750 and into like 760 range, those will pay out nice. So MSTR is still on watch for me. It's just waiting on Bitcoin, and usually Bitcoin runs over the weekend when the market's closed because no one else is playing it, or no one allocates their money elsewhere. So I'm probably just gonna take some overnight or over the weekend calls on this and just wait on that. Now, one that I was surprised by was Sage, right? So look at this. It broke out, came back down to this trend, and then wicked back up, right? So this has just been moving sideways, mainly Sage. Obviously this is a longer term play. I said, something to throw away because the CEO's buying up a bunch of stock in the company, like millions at a time. So look at the chat. And then, so I'm just holding on to it for now. Just commons right now, not any calls or anything, but just holding on to it, seeing what it does from there. I'm trying to think of what else I called.
I'll think of it real quick. We had MSTR, Sage, But real quick, Shinobi, can we have a different audience here than on some of our other shows. This is actually like the best looking, smartest audience that we have. Can we go over your just general trading strategy real quick?
Oh yeah, you guys want the secrets, huh?
Yeah, I want the secret sauce.
All right, so let me show you guys a really good play I had today. It was DYAI. So yeah, this was pretty fire. So you guys know Zach Morris, obviously. So Zach Morris, he's always talking about this morning flush strategy. I used it yesterday on ZEV and then FULC, right? So, but I never called those out. So ZEV, you guys see, the stock flushes in the morning, from its pre-market highs, it drops down and consolidates at a support. When it starts curling up, you can enter, and then you can see if you would have entered, that's a quick 26% play right there on commons. I'm going to go into more detail. I'm just showing some examples. FULC, you guys can see this play was insane. flushed down, consolidated at support, ran back up. And these are off the top gainers list right here. Top gainers, you can use Trade Ideas, Finviz. You just type in top gainers of the day on Webull.
Benzinga Pro.
Benzinga Pro. And then my bad. Yeah, so that ran from what was it, like 11 all the ran 106% off common. So if you played options, they're up a couple $1,000%. And then today I actually called this one out because that was my first time testing the strategy. Called out DYAI. It ran up really nice at open, and then we waited for a flush. It came back down, consolidated at a support level. It found a bottom. Once this arrow picked up, it tells me it's in an uptrend. We had some good volume on that candle compared to, it's dropping on low volume. This one pop had, a good amount of volume. So I entered here. Then from 4.21, it ran all the way it got halted up till almost like 5.45. And I was playing options on this. So those went up like 300% in like a span of like an hour. So yeah, just mainly what I've been doing is I've been picking out the top 5 gainers of the day. And then from there, I'll wait for them to flush, consolidate out of support, and then look for a curl up on some nice volume. Like, perfect example here, dropped, consolidated, picked up some nice volume. When it started to curl up, you enter in, and then, you get a nice pop, and then you sell. It's pretty simple strategy. Pretty overlooked as well. Zach's always been preaching it, but it's like not many, he shows the gains and stuff, but it's always up to the person to go and actually do it for themselves. So it's pretty fire, if I'm being honest. That's what I've been doing mostly, and it netted 300% this morning. Yeah, so that's that.
I think that's pretty good, 300%.
Yeah.
And I remember the other day we were talking about UPS as well as Corsair. I know.
Oh yeah, UPS. Okay, yeah. So UPS is still being, a dummy. It's just chilling at that. It's still consolidating here, rejecting that top trend. Still hasn't really made a big move yet. It's starting to form a bear flag here. If you guys can see that, flagpole, bear flag, starting to create that a little bit. And then what was the next one? UPS, and then
Corsair we looked at, and I believe Roblox as well.
Oh yeah, we talked about Corsair's old now. Roblox. This is what I said. Yeah, it broke out of here and it's just consolidating. All these things are just consolidating. Market's been moving sideways. That's why I'm starting to switch over to these top gainers of the day because they already have a lot of volume. They have a lot of liquidity, so you can go heavy. Also, they have eyes on them, right? So all it takes is for one news article to come out and all that type of stuff. This is people are asking if this is Benzinga Pro. This is Thinkorswim, guys.
Yeah, this is Thinkorswim. The Benzinga Pro, it's good for screeners. We have a bunch of different tools on there. There's a free chat in the description if you want to check that out. But yeah, Shinobi, something that I was looking at yesterday was Callaway, ticker ELY. And so the company reported earnings and got beat down. And so it was down like 7% at one point yesterday. And I bought some calls on it, basically like with the reasoning that I thought it was in this uptrend before the earnings, that it would kind of recover a little bit. And then today it was just down another 3%. So I want to hear your input on this.
Yeah. So, I mean, the trend is your friend, right? So before it was in an uptrend, this insane red candle just engulfed the entire uptrend, right? Broke past the 21-day moving average, and that had volume, right? So that indicates, and if you use TTM squeeze, it's slowing down an upward momentum. So you always want to play towards the trend, right? So if it knifes like that, right? That's why I'm so hesitant to play UPS calls, because the trend is, to the downside. It's really okay. Ready? Here's a quick way I explain it. So especially if a stock loses on earnings, or do well and they still drop, it's a lot easier for a stock to keep. The short side is way more profitable in my opinion, right? Because for a stock to keep going up, right? Like, look, it was in such a strong uptrend. All it took was one, a couple of people to panic and it drops, 10%, right? Like, people just panic and sold it off 10%. No one's going to panic and run up a stock 10%, right? So if it's in a downtrend, it's most likely going to stay in a downtrend until, it reverses nice. Like right here in this downtrend, it dropped 12%, right? And then it had these two big green candles, consolidated, then went back into an uptrend, then got killed again, right? So what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm rambling right now, but if a stock is in an uptrend, right, and it immediately drops into a downtrend, that just shows you, like, okay, maybe the downward momentum is going to continue, because a stock can go down all the way to zero, right? We've seen it happen with, like, Tops. It went from like 1,300 all the way down to like 90 cents in like the span of 5 years, like stuff like that, right? So here, let me give you an example. Especially on earnings, it's a different type of thing, because on Fubo, what Fubo did was it beat earnings, it did really well, and then it just tanked today because people are taking profits, people are panicking, they're selling, all the type of stuff, right? So for a stock to go against the downtrend like that, right, you're gonna need a lot of volume, towards the buy side to really send it up, right?
So essentially, yesterday when Callaway was down 7%, it would have been smarter for me to buy puts, because you're saying that's when it entered then a downtrend from the uptrend that it was in before that.
Yeah. So look, you always want to play alongside the trend, right? That's why. So when it did this insane drop, right? First of all, I'm trying to look for some confirmation. Like right here, this 31 level, I would have played calls here. It consolidated, curled up, but then I would have day traded it, right? Because it's really hard. Did they have good earnings or bad earnings?
Who, Callaway?
Yeah.
They were good. I mean, they were good. They weren't. I don't think they blew it out of the water like some people were expecting, but they beat.
Yeah, so they beat, right? You should have used that 31 support as as an entryway, or like a stop loss, right? So right here, right? You entered calls, say at 31, you would have been green 1, 2, 3 times, right? Yesterday. This morning, that 31 level, right? That should have been your stop loss. So right when it hits here, you stop out. They noticed, it hit a double bottom here on the 5-minute. And once it broke that, you could have easily played puts and caught another 4% a move to the downside for 4%, right? That's just how I would have played it, because it's like I love playing puts and I love shorting things just because it's super easy to make money on them, right? Because for a stock to go up, you need people to keep buying and buying and buying and not sell and take profits. But all you need for a stock to go down is just like, some selling pressure, just someone to get scared, just panic, and it's so much easier for a stock to completely tank. Like this candle is just absurd, right? It's absurd. And this is all just people's stop losses getting hunted. So like market makers, they see, so many people have their stop loss at 31.5, they because they have level 3 data. And I'm not sure, you probably know what it is, but for the people in the chat, level 3 data is where market makers can see your stop losses, your take profits if you set them. And most of the times what these people do is they'll look to see where a lot of people have a stop loss, short the stock down to there, right? So basically this is how they manipulate the markets. They short it down to that level, and then when those stop losses start hitting by themselves, the stock just drops by itself and their shorts just get paid. They're getting paid on their shorts.
Interesting.
Yeah. So right here, let me draw out the support for people.
Yeah, and guys, real quick, this is some great info coming from Shinobi. So if you're getting some value out of this info, out of his technical analysis, please smash the like, leave us a comment, let me know what you think. But we do need some more likes in the chat before we get some more trade ideas from Shinobi.
Yeah. And also, people are asking, where can you see level 3? You can't. It's only something, hedge funds, firms, market makers have. So it's because they need to stay at an advantage always, Retailers don't get cool toys like that. We're lucky we even have level 2. So just be happy with that. But yeah, what these guys do is they'll see like, couple thousand people have their stop losses automatically set at 31.5. All right, let's short the stock down from 32 all the way to 31.5. And then once those stop losses hit, it's just going to flush on its own. And that's exactly what happened here. And over here, people probably had their stop losses at say 33.5. All right, let's short it down to 33.5, make the stop losses trigger, and it drops. Boom, right? And, same way, like when all these Twitter people, were trying to like squeeze shorts and stuff, they'll be like, there's a huge wall set up at like $3 on a stock, right? Say stock's $3, 2.99, shorts like shorting at like things like 3.00, right? So at a whole number, right? So Twitter people will be like, if this wall breaks, then these shorts will most likely cover. And, that's basically what they're doing. But, they're cheating the system by using level 3, which is wild. And they'll get these shorts down. So that's why you always have to, trade like you're a market maker, right? So Once you see, 31.5, okay, it's going to probably drop because people's stop losses are going to start hitting because this was the previous support. Boom, 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 right? That's how I would have played it. I wouldn't have played calls in a downtrend, especially on a, obviously you expect that little like bounce back in the beginning. So that honestly, there's no technicals that were actually backing it other than, it dropped this much. Earnings weren't that bad.
Right. And I didn't put a lot of like TA into it. It was just kind of like a YOLO, just a few $100. Yeah. But I was, and I think the stock did open up slightly today before trading off again. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, again, it wasn't something that I thought out very much. I just wanted to hear your opinion, kind of how you would play it. So real quick, we only have about 6 minutes left. Do you have anything on your watch list today? Anything that's setting up? I know you said a lot of stuff is consolidating, kind of trading sideways right now.
Oh, yeah. So, ORPH. All right, look at this. Look at this goofy stock, guys. Ran up. No news, no nothing. Ran up to 77, right? Hit the biggest pump of the year by these market makers. Then gets shorted right back down, right? This is what a pump and dump is. But, it's not illegal because market makers do this. So, they ran it up from $5 to 77, shorted it back down to 20, right? And then, this was just like a retail jump, I guess. But now look. Okay, this is very interesting. So shout out to Joe Alerts. He's the one who actually found this information out for me. So what we're seeing here is some accumulation, right? Accumulation. This was it previously. And then you could see it was at like 10 mil, then ran up to $77 back then. So let me actually go on to a smaller time frame so where it's easier to see the accumulation. So right now, before it ran up, there was accumulation, roughly like 5 million shares bought, and then it ran to 77. Right now, right? Stock's not moving that crazy, but it has 60 million in volume, right? In the past 2 days, it has almost 60 million in volume. Now that's just, that's kind of scary, right? 60 mil, that's not normal, especially on a stock that's not moving that great. I feel like it's getting accumulated by market makers, different types of hedge funds and stuff, because I think they're trying, they had some, all right, let me search it up real quick what it was. It was like some FDA approval they're looking for. So let me read that real quick. Yeah, they're anticipating an FDA approval for the following, right? It's a pretty volatile stock. And then June 10th, it hit 77. Something's up with this stock, right? They're looking for EU approval for their drug. And this thing honestly can hit double digits, right? They're in phase 2 and 3 of their stage development right now. So this stock is very, very like unusual right now. So I actually picked up there's no news. It's just having a lot of buying volume, which is just, suspicious. So I played at DLPN the same way yesterday. So I actually picked up a good size of these. Let me pull them up. Yeah, these 7.5 calls for September 17th. So
on ORPH or on Dolphin?
ORPH.
Okay.
Dolphin, those went like 50%.
And again, y'all, if y'all are getting some good value out of Shinobi, out of this TA, smash the like. We need a few more to get to 200. So again, Shinobi.
I feel so clouded right now. I feel like I have so many fans, bro, and so many followers. When I came, there's like 40 likes. Yo, shout out to my followers, man. They're awesome. But yeah, ORPH 7.5 call. What? All right, who's buying up right now? But yeah, ORPH 7.5 calls is what I'm looking at right now with Joe Alerts. He's the one who actually showed me this. But it's just a lot of weird accumulation going on. It's hitting accumulation scanners, all that type of stuff, right? So definitely watch out for this one. I think it can pop in the coming days or weeks. So yeah, plus this volume is just uncalled for. Yeah,
I really only see biotechs kind of move like this, have these wacky movements. But yeah, Shinobi, it's not all you. Our audience just likes to do that. Like they like to hit the like toward the end of the show. So
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. All right, so we got ORPH. Anything else you're watching right now?
Honestly, I'm ORPH is my top watch right now, right? So this could do well, this couldn't. But then other than that, it's just my good old friend MSTR. Oh, and Moderna. I caught 1,800% on Moderna, right? So look at this. No news, or they had some news, right? But it just completely breaks this uptrend, has this fat red candle, right? Now, what do you think? It's probably going to come down to 352, test this 21-day moving average, Squeeze Pro is also showing dying momentum. It's probably going to break 350 and come back to the 300s, in my opinion. It's
So
probably too.
Are you buying puts on this right now?
I'm already in puts. I'm up almost 2,000% right now.
Is that pretty good? 2,000%?
Yeah, so if you put $1 in, you'd have $2,000. I know you're kidding, bro.
All right.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it.
But you think where it's at right now could still be a good entry point for puts if you think it's going to come all the way down to that moving average?
Yeah, I think honestly it might bounce. Oh my goodness, dude. Look at all these sell orders coming in. Let me check it out right now. Oh yeah, look at this. This right before the show, right when we opened up the show, I had this drawn out. I can't believe I didn't start with this. Drew out this bear flag, and I was watching this. Like if you guys rewind, this was what my screen opened up at, and then it just broke under. But yeah, under 373 right now, under lows of days, it can push towards 352. So puts might not be a bad idea, but I'd take it as a lotto.
Because it could bounce from here, you're saying.
Yeah, and every little bounce Moderna usually has is just kills put premiums. It's really bad.
All right. Well, Shinobi, we got your take on ORPH. We looked at Moderna. We checked in on some of the stocks we talked about the other day. Unfortunately, we are running out of time here. Let me see if my main man Neal's got any questions for you before we head out.
Hey, Shinobi, do you want to come on the show again sometime?
Yeah, for sure. I just told you, bro. Benzinga people are the homies. I'll come on whenever.
All right, there you go, guys. We'll get Shinobi back. Man, do you want to talk about some anime some other time?
Yeah, for sure. Just hit me up on Twitter.
All right, cool, man. Thanks for coming on and showing us your trades and sharing your strategies with our viewers.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, man. Thank you guys for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Of course. I'll talk to you soon, Shinobi.
All right, for sure. Take it easy, homie.
Have a good one.
Well, we got over 100 likes. Shit.
You know what that means.
All right, guys. What do you guys want? I'm about to make this just like a song request. You guys want the Spice Girls? How old is Shinobi? Yeah, he's definitely under 40. I'm guessing.
He says he's 19.
Okay. Scotty Pippen says dance.
Scotty, you're not my boss.
So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna really, really, really wanna zig a zig, zig a zig, zig a zig, zig a zig, zig a zig a zig, zig a zig, zig a zig, zig a zig a zig.
Thank you guys for tuning in for this Wednesday edition of Get Technical. I'm Neal Hamilton, fully developed frontal lobe. Thank you very much, haters. With me, as always, is producer AB, almost there, frontal lobe. We got the calendar alert set up, so we'll let you know as soon as that thing's done. All right, ladies. Big shout out to Shinobi. Man, that was some good stuff. Shinobi Signals on Twitter. Follow him. Big money lotto trades options. Aaron is getting bitched at by the crypto team right now. I don't know why he takes that. Why do you put up with that shit?
They're bigger than me.
So anyways, guys, up next, we got the crypto show. Happy trading. Thank you for tuning in. Follow me at Neal's Tweets.
And Aaron Bree 5 on Twitter.
For Spencer Bikini Pics. All right, happy trading, guys.
Yep, we got Moon or Bust coming up, co-founder at Axe the Infinity. Big show today, so stick around for Moon or Bust. This video will redirect you right there. You don't have to go anywhere. So without further ado, let's get on over to Moon or Bust.